Hey Pater Squads, welcome back to Horror Romance and let's start dating serial killers. Let's go! Before we begin, there are some things I should tell you about myself. What is my name? Let's go with Butter. My name is Butter. What are my pronouns? I'm a they them. My name is Butter. And my pronouns are they them. Is this correct? Yes. No, get away from me. Come here, you little whore. I said get away from me. Same dream as always. I doubt I'll ever get to sleep without nightmares. I blinked, I scratched my eyelids, I gotta remind myself not to sleep on a moving bus. I got a headache, and maybe a concussion from every time my head hits the window while sleeping. I search inside my backpack for my phone. I need to know what time it is and check for notifications. Button turns on the phone and sees two messages. The first one is from Mr. Torrance. Butter, please contact me whenever you arrive to Amityville. Everything's set up. If you want, I could come for you. I prefer not owning anything to my landlord just yet. Thanks for caring, but I'll go to the cafe before heading to the apartment. I gotta sort out all the purchase paperwork. Butter slides into the next message from one new waitress, Carrie. I'm really grateful for this opportunity. I'll be at the cafe tomorrow by 7 o'clock. Thanks, Carrie. Please don't worry too much, okay? It's just a waitress gig. We'll work on the cafe later. I spent all night inside the bus. Now I gotta go to the cafe, then the new apartment, and then unpack. My body's hurting. I'd kill for Frappuccino right now. The old owner finally retired after signing a never-ending contract to buy a new cafe. I've been hiding bars for the last few years, and I've gone through many jobs saving to finally get my own business. And finally now that I'm the new, I feel happy. Quite accomplished. After all I've worked these past few years, having a business would definitely make things better. Stop distracting and grab my suitcase to go home. I chose to get home after a tiring day. I still can't believe I'm here, so far away from my old home, away from Mom, and far away from my stepdad. Just remembering makes me have a stomachache. Sometimes I wonder if killing him was really worth it. Who did I kill? Sun's barely rising and I gotta get up early. I get out of bed questioning my life choices. After a bit I get up and got my small kitchen. I open up the fridge, just a few things I got last night to eat. I've got to do some actual grocery shopping. I take a few cheese slices and some butter. Oh my god, they're gonna eat me. I'll make a light breakfast to get to work. I quickly eat my food while dressing and rushing to the door, shortly when I find my landlord right in front of me. Good day to you too. Just wanted to check how my new tenant was doing. Creepy guy? I'm fine. How do you know? I didn't just came to check up and open the door before I knocked. Oh yeah, I understand. Well, to be honest, I'm in a hurry. I've got to set everything up for the cafe's reopening. The old cafe? You bought it? Well, that's a nice surprise. I'm glad you're an entrepreneur. Does it have a new name? Yeah, it's... Shit. Yeah, it's shit. That's a nice name. Well, maybe I'll pass through and take a coffee later. Good luck. Yeah, thanks. I'm off now, Mr. Torrance. Gosh, I hope he doesn't... This guy gives me the chills. I finally step into the streets before going to the cafe. I have to go to the supermarket and buy a few things I need. Also, I step away from the apartment building. I start to feel something odd. That feeling of being watched. Nevertheless, when I look to my side in search of a person, I realize there's no one in the streets. Maybe my paranoia is back. A quick walk down the street, uneasy. Thanks to the GPS, I get to the supermarket. I take everything I need. Milk, almond milk, vanilla. cocoa, etc. And I treat myself for a chocolate bar. I get out of the market with my shopping items, realizing that the sun is slowly rising above the horizon. Thanks to being distracted, I didn't notice someone in front of me and bump into what feels like a brick wall. When I look up, I see a really big guy using a weird and worn out hockey mask. I feel shivers down my spine while seeing him. He doesn't say anything, just stares after a bit. I realize he's not looking at me, but at the chocolate bar on my hand. Oh, I get it, he wants some. Sure, chocolate. I left my bags on the floor. I get up, and with both of my hands, I break the chocolate bar into two. Here, sharing won't kill me. The guy tilts his head, looking at the chocolate for a few seconds. He accepts and proceeds to move his hand in a paused and gentle manner. I'm surprised when I notice he's mute and quickly realize what he's saying. It's sign language, and then move my hand to answer, "You're welcome." One of the many things I learned in prison thanks to the free time. Now I'm glad I learned it, in a way. Finally, I grab my things and I leave the big guy behind. I get to a cafe and find something at the doorstep. For her appearance, I knew she was my new waitress, Carrie. "Oh, you must be Butter. I'm so sorry, I got here too early. I should come back later, or..." Don't worry, actually, it's quite convenient. I have set everything up and cleaned. I was going to take a long time. Could you take care of that? Yeah, right away. Carrie quickly stepped inside as I opened the door. I told her where the cleaning tools were while I went behind the bar setting the groceries up. I grind the coffee, put the cream inside the sleeve, and set up the cup inside the place. I placed all the pastries and desserts in the shelf next to the counter, and when I'm done, I was in front of an impeccable cafe. Carrie even placed the tablecloth on its table. Weird. Did we have any of these? Wow, Carrie, what a quick worker you are. Thank you. I guess we can open up early. It was nothing. I'm a good cleaner. I'll change. Carrie went behind the bar and put on her apron. Meanwhile, I hand up the open sign. I had already put the advertisement in the newspaper alongside the coupon, and I had the advantage of the cafe being right in front of a park. I came back to the bar, approaching Carrie. While we wait, I want to explain to her how to use an espresso machine. Have you ever tried one of these? Sorry, I haven't. I've never had something like that. She almost had a heart attack when she had to say no. I just nodded. Easy, you don't have to worry about knowing. It's okay. Not anyone knows about this. Let me explain. I taught Carrie the basics about coffee. Fill with water, put coffee on the port filter and shoved her to level up the coffee. Then I put the portfolio back and finally started the machine. Voila! Just like that. Wow, I thought it'd be harder. The machine won't be a problem. What will be hard is the service itself. Serving coffee can be easy, but it's got its tricks. Now, me memorizing the menu and the insides. A client arrives, so I tell Carrie to bring them the coffee once it's done. I get closer to the bar, noticing a dark-haired, tall man, his most noteworthy feature being a metallic hand. Welcome to Sit Cafe. What can I offer you? Look at that. The ice sit holes reopened. And with a hottie serving too. Last owner looked like he got a stick up his ass. The man laughed. I don't know if I should laugh or raise an eyebrow. I didn't get to know him much. I only do coffee. That's all I'm expecting. Well, give me an Americano with vodka. We don't have that in our menu. Come on, you can't have a good coffee without whiskey. I ain't a pussy, you know? Have a good bottle in there. Give him an alcoholic Americano. Give him alcohol-free Americano. Okay, just give him an Americano. I stayed for a few seconds inside. I looked at both sides before gesturing for him to wait. He curiously looked at me while I take care of the Americano. When I'm done, I take the cup and go to a restroom. There I open the box with my stuff. One of my faves, Jack Daniels. Sometimes on rough days, I drank half of the bottle and drowned in tears until passing out. Now I'm just pouring in a coffee, measuring the quantity so it adds taste without going too far. I walked back to the bar and handed the man his coffee. When do I date? There you go, a cup of Americano coffee without anything added because we don't have permission to serve alcohol. The man looked at me slightly doubtful before looking at the cup. Finally he takes it, drinks, smiling and satisfaction. Perfect, now I know where to come for my Americano without anything added. He laughed quite pleased. I guess I'm still a little weak to whims, either that or the guy just looks like an uncle who just wanted a drink. Here you go, dollface, you pay your tip. He takes my hand, puts something in it besides the pay, closing it. It's for good luck, trust me. I wouldn't want anything happen to my new favorite barista. This sounds weird and quite dangerous, so what's your bag? He pats my hand and walks away with his cup of coffee, humming a tune. I look at the strange man walk away. My eyes redirect themselves to my still closed hand. Doubtful when I open it, I find the freakiest seed I've ever seen in years. It was a fucking dry, severed finger. I was unable to tell if it was real or fake. I looked at the door without knowing what the hell that was about. I heard Carrie approaching me, so I hurried, putting the finger in my pocket and then the money on the register. Our first client, how much was it? I noticed some childish happiness coming from her and couldn't help but smile. An amazing $1.25. She noticed I was kidding and laughed shyly. Good enough to retire, right? I laughed, realizing the joke still ongoing. At the exact moment I noticed an abrupt change in Carrie's attitude, when the bell chimes once again. Before I look at the door, I look at Carrie's face. At first she was surprised to see who entered, then her face changed into discomfort. Oh no, it's her. It's who? I turn around, look at the door to see who it was. While I hear Carrie running away into the storage room, I just see blonde young girl dressed in a fancy brand clothing. She got quite the unfriendly face. Her nose was wrinkled, almost if she smelled something awful. Oh, another stupid town cafe. Beg your pardon? I want a foam-free talent latte, 5 decaffeine shots, pumpkin essential and no foam, and 208 Fahrenheit. I blinked, not getting this kid attitude. I immediately realized this is one of the rich and entitled girls. Great. My favorite kind of people to talk to. It's dangerous to serve coffee that hot. You could get burnt. I'm sorry? Are you deaf? I didn't ask for advice. I asked for coffee. Don't question and do your damn job. I take the deep breath and grit my teeth. Decline. I'm sorry. We don't have that at the menu. And it's irresponsible to me to make coffee at the temperature. What? How can you not have Trenta Latte? What kind of rundown cafe is this? We just opened and we don't have pumpkin scents. I don't know when we will get it. What a tragedy. Actually, the pumpkin essence is right below the counter and open. I refuse to make her coffee. Life's showing me that things are asked with respect and education, and these rich girls got none of them. You're doing it on purpose. Do you know who I am? I'm Chanel. My dad's the mayor. I'll make your fucking excuse of a coffee. Sit down. You'll end up on the streets. They can shut down my cafe for not having pumpkin essence. She pierced my soul with her eyes. She doesn't appreciate my tone at all, but I just smile. You think you're smart, huh? I'll make you regret this. She turns around, almost hitting me with her blonde hair, and walks away. Her angled heels hit the floor with each step, making her presence known. Thank you for visiting. Come back soon. Oh, I'm so sorry. Chanel scares me to death. I hid in the storage room. Don't worry, I can see why. I saw everything, well, almost everything. You're so brave. She says it with admiration. I shrug it off, not taking note of it. When you've been in prison and lived what I lived, it takes more than a whimsy entitled blondie to scare you. People people can only intimidate you if you let them carry. Now come, we gotta organize some stuff back there. We didn't get many more customers, just a few, but at least Carrie and I haven't been lazy and most of the storage room is fully organized now. I'm a bit tired. Yeah, it's been a busy first day. Now we just gotta take the tables back in and close. I asked Carrie to please turn the sign from open to close, and she does. She comes back with me to arrange the chairs until she remembers she left her bag in the storage room. I'm going back for it. When I think the first day is over, I hear the door opening and the bell chiming. Someone enters the cafe. That's just my luck. I'm so lucky I got here just in time. A hot caramel, a macchiato with double vanilla, and don't go too small with the caramel. I raise an eyebrow looking at him, a short red-headed boy with a scar on his face. This town is so full of interesting people. He kinda looks like a doll, or is that just in my imagination? He leaned into the counter and is now waiting for me to move. He doesn't seem too embarrassed to arrive at the last second to buy a coffee. Sorry, but we are closed already, dear. Isn't he a bit small to consume caffeine? Oh my, Pat, didn't see the sign. You gonna serve me anyway though, right? Client's always right. Throw him out. His cocky attitude gets on my nerve. It's been a hard day and that channel brat took enough of my patience. The coffee machine is turned off, so you can turn it back on. I take long and we're out of milk anyways. If you want caramel macchiato, you can just come back a bit earlier tomorrow. Ha! I was busy today. All I need is a damn sweet coffee. Yeah, well, not my problem, sir. Tisk. Seems like he's about to throw a tantrum. Crossing his arms with a big frown, finding he seems to give up, but keeps growling as he gets closer to the floor. Expect me back here tomorrow, you old buisness. This isn't over. He threatened me with coming back. Doesn't seem like a good threat. He gets out slamming the door, but seconds later he opens it again and peeks inside. You boring whore, you damn caramel macchiato, better have a lot of cream in it. After saying that, he slams the door once again. Seems he still needed to say some more stuff. Wow, now that's love for caramel macchiatos. I found my bag, we can go. Oh, what do you seem so tired of all of a sudden? I scratched my eyelids, I probably look like shit. Which is exactly how I feel at the moment. Forget it, let's just go. I'm walking back home after closing up the cafe with Carrie. The girl is really sweet, but I think she lacks courage. She reminds me of myself when I was younger. Maybe on the inside I'm a bit jealous of her innocence. Although I'm distracted, my senses are still keen. I can't stop feeling someone's looking at me from the back. Is it my paranoia? No, it's not my imagination. I'm hearing footsteps. I don't want to go home with somebody following me. They'll know where I live. It can only get worse from there. Why is it everything happening today? I can't stand it. I'm on my goddamn limits. Although, my common sense told me I should run away. I stopped walking around, looked behind me as I felt there's no one there. But after hearing some walking behind me, I'm certain I'm not alone. I already heard you, so come out of hiding already. Stop fooling around. There was a sudden movement from inside the shadows. A tall and slender silhouette gets closer and tenses up. I really wanted you to believe it was just my imagination, but... Wow, I didn't expect you to notice my presence. Most never do it if I don't want. The silhouette gets closer to the gap between us, which revealed a man in a dark leather jacket, black pants, and mask covering his face. Gotta admit, this is the first time it happens, but there's always a first time. Technically, you just look my stalking virginity. I stay quiet. It's already had a bad day today with Chanel and the weird doll. Having an encounter with a masked freak was only making it worse. I don't know who you want, but I'm not in the mood. Please leave me alone. I wish it was that easy. The masked man makes a theatrical gesture, placing one hand in his chest and the other facing me. Facility for you, catching me by surprise, has caught my attention, so no, I won't leave you alone. My eyes twitched. I'm definitely about to lose my patience, the little sanity I have left, and everything else. Although I can leave for you the moment in exchange for one simple question. I sighed while pinching the bridge of my nose. I really want to go back home as soon as possible, so I better just play along. Alright, you win. Ask me whatever you want. Great, I'm glad to cooperate. Alright, the question is, what is your favorite horror movie? Just that? This freak just wants my favorite horror movie? I think about it before I answer, but the answer is easy. So, the one with the exhaust doll. I watched it when I was born. The masked man starts laughing. He's been told a joke. What a sadistic. Alright, you're okay for now. I also like it. He says goodbye, still cackling. The last thing I see before he turns around is him winking at me. Wait, how did the mask wink at me? I pretend to forget about it. I better just go home before stumbling with another freak asking what's my favorite Disney movie or some shit. I keep on walking, trying not to think too much about what just happened. I'm so done with today that I just want to go home, refresh myself with a shower and sleep. I stop walking when I see a big figure obstructing the apartment building's door. The uneasy feeling returns. Please, no more freaks. Either way, when I realize he's smoking right beside my window, the doubt turns into anger. If I was already having a shit day, this was what truly was gonna make me snap. Seems like the man realized my expression, saying he's stopping inhaling the smoke. Can you smoke somewhere else? That's window beside mine, and it goes into my living room. I don't like the scent of tobacco. To be honest, I wasn't kind in the slightest, but who could blame me? The last thing I need is going into my apartment and smelling someone's smoke. He doesn't answer, but he does put on a cigarette against the sole of one of his heavy boots. He adjusts his mask. Wait, why does he wear a mask? This was definitely the weirdest encounter I've had today. My door opens with a click and I enter my apartment, leaning my back on the door to close it. I sighed, relaxing. Finally, at home. I'm hungry, but I don't have enough energy to prepare something to eat. I go to the kitchen, grab some cookies I bought, heading to my room and throwing myself into bed. I feel heavier till the tension leaves my body, relaxing every muscle. What an absolutely stressful day. What kind of madmen live around here? It's like a cheap movie. I eat some cookies and fall asleep as soon as I take my pants off in bed. I open my eyes, look around, startled. I can't recognize where I am, but it's cold. I hear strange metallic sounds from a place out of view. I get up from the ground, scanning my surroundings. I must be dreaming. I start to walk around the place. I can't feel the cold, rusty metal under my feet. This feels too real. I start to doubt if this is actually a dream. Maybe it's not a dream after all. I can hear a small girl humming in the distance. I can feel shivers down my spine, but I don't feel the fear I should. I search for the voice origin, but can't seem to find it. Instead, now I'm hearing a deep, raspy laugh. The cackling feels closer. No, this is a dream. I know it is. I can't just suddenly appear somewhere so horrific. I can hear steps getting closer and the scraping of two metal objects growing closer. Something's not right. I started forward, sitting on my bed, looking at a bunch of horrible figures in front of me. Ha ha! Looks like you managed to piss off everyone in town.